Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Faris Farabi and I'm from 12th grade Science 4, and here's my video of speaking how did the solar system was formed. Did you know where the solar system come from? And did you think it was just suddenly appeared by itself? How did we go from space to a star with planets orbiting around it? Solar system formation began approximately 4.5 billion years ago. Before we can look at the formation of the solar system, we have to see what this region looked like. The planetary system we call home is located in an outer spiral arm of the Milky Way galaxy. Our solar system consists of our star, the sun, and everything bound to it by gravity. The planets Mercury, Venus, Earth, Mars, Jupiter, Saturn, Uranus, and Neptune, dwarf planets such as Pluto, dozens of moons, and millions of asteroids, comets, and meteoroids. Beyond our own solar system, there are more planets than stars in the night sky. So far, we have discovered thousands of planetary systems orbiting other stars in the Milky Way, with more planets being found. Throughout the Milky Way, there are clouds of cold gas and dust. At some point in the distant past, this cloud was disturbed, either through the collision of another galaxy or due to the shock wave of a nearby explosion of a massive star called supernova. The explosion would have sent waves through space that squeezed the gas and dust together. The clumping material was able to attract more material with its gravity, and started to collect into the solar nebula. The mutual movement of all the atoms in the cloud gave the solar nebula a direction to spin. It happened when gravity pulled a cloud of dust and gas together to form our solar system, and this phenomenon called the solar nebula, a spinning, swirling disk of material. At the center, gravity pulled more and more material in. Eventually, the pressure in the core was so great that hydrogen atoms began to combine and form helium, releasing a tremendous amount of energy. With that, our sun was born. The sun formed out of the largest collection of mass at the center of the solar nebula. Because it was spinning quickly, the rest of the nebula collected into a flattened disk around the newborn sun. Astronomers call this an accretion disk. Within the accretion disk, additional clumps gathered together. It precisely because of the cold temperatures caused the gas to clump together and growing steadily denser. This would eventually form the planets, and it amassed more than 99% of the available matter. Matter farther out in the disk was also clumping together too. These clumps smashed into one another, forming larger and larger objects. Some of them grew big enough for their gravity to shape them into spheres, becoming planets, dwarf planets, and large moons. In other cases, planets did not form. The asteroid belt is made of bits and pieces of the early solar system that could never quite come together into a planet. Other smaller leftover pieces became asteroids, comets, meteoroids, and small irregular moons. Although gas and dust shroud young stars in visible wavelength, infrared telescopes have probed many clouds in the Milky Way galaxy to study the environment of other newborn stars. Scientists have applied what they've seen in other systems to our own star. The scientists can directly study how our own solar system formed, but combining observations of young stellar systems in a range of wavelengths in with computer simulations has led to models of what could have happened so many years ago. Scientists can't also predict it 100% correctly because there are so many things that had been done before our human life era were created. By studying the decay of radioactive elements in meteorites, the scientists have been able to determine that the solar system formed about 4.5 billion years ago. We can conclude that the planets started out as tiny specks of dust that clumped together. As they continued to gather together, they became pebbles, rocks, boulders, and eventually planetoids. These planetoids finally collided together to become the planets we know today. When astronomers look out into the universe, they see other solar systems forming at different stages. Some are large clouds of cold dust, others are starting to collapse, others have accretion disks, and some might even have planets clearing out paths in the dust of the disks. We can't see the formation of our own solar system, but we can see it happening everywhere we look. We assume our solar system formed in the same way. I think that's all from me. Thank you. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.